Welcome to this week's Twin Flame Soulmate reading for the week of May 28th to June 5th. We are in Gemini season, which means communication is coming a lot faster. And Gemini is the twins, so this is a time of people connecting to each other. So let me get the cards laid out. Let me see what I see as I lay them down. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've got a summer cold. Don't you just hate it? Okay. All right. So right now, the clarification card is talking about there's a lot of twin flames right now that have entered separation, are in separation, have entered separation. Almost every twin flame couple I know is at least having a lot of issues right now. And that is because there's a lot of retrogrades and things like that. And that is causing a lot of people to have to reevaluate, reassess themselves, a lot of healing, a lot of new growth. And it seems like a lot of people are feeling like, even though, you know, this was necessary, this is what I'm hearing to say, this is necessary, this split, this change, it's a painful one to learn many lessons and to change the dynamic even more. Now, what I hear is every time you and your divine counterpart have split and come back together, it has been better each time in some way. And this time is no exception. This one's going to even be better than previous times. So there's going to be a lot more given, a lot more ground given, a lot more respect, a lot more love. And by the looks of it, it is the divine masculine who ended things, who caused the rift this time. Okay. And right now, all the elements are rife and there for things to come back together in a beautiful way. But there is still some struggles between everybody to see exactly what it was on either side that was going on, so that people can clearly understand where they stood in these energies. There is 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands. So there's like a lot of victory, but it's not coming without a fight soon. And the Queen of Swords, see, it was the King of Swords. And now she's standing in here in the future. 9 of Pentacles means that there was an engagement or wedding plans broken. Plans for a future, a bright future. Making big plans with each other. And like I said, all the elements are here for you to come back together, but there needs to be truth seen on either side. There needs to be seen healing and love. And there needs to be protection of this love, because it's not just that you two need to work, but it's also that there are other energies that you're not aware of. Especially divine masculine, that are interfering in a lot of ways, like trying to manifest the masculine into their life instead of into their twin flames life. And they're not even, the masculine's not even seeing that these people could be really close to them. By this card, as you can see, there is the Medusa heads, and then there is Apollo. And by the look of this right here, Apollo is looking down going, look, I'll help you, but you need to see these dark beings that are actually causing the harm, not the one that is being accused of the harm. These are the ones causing the harm. So keep your union quiet. I mean, people can know you're together. That's fine when you guys get back together, because many of you are coming back together now. But you need to make sure that you're not telling anybody any details about anything, because this is victory. This is you guys coming back together. All right. Really coming back together, as you can see by her stance. She is victorious to the max, and it's right side up. But here you see the Seven of Wands, and there's a lot of fighting here. But the thing is, this is not you and your divine counterpart at this juncture. Okay, that has been happening. This is a fight within the self to see the self. And it's also, remember I was talking about the people here that are causing a lot more harm that you're not seeing that they're doing it, especially divine masculine. This is when this comes up. And because of this, this is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles right side up is a pretty good card, speaking of giving help and aid. And this is right down and upside down, meaning the help and aid does not come. And then here is he was the King of Swords, and these are a match. So this talks about, this could very well be twin flame energy. Very high soulmate energy. This is her now going, hey, I have boundaries and I need to be respected. So there's going to be coming some talks. I don't think that they're going to be as bad. It's not going to be as bad as what happened in the past with the divine masculine walking away from a promise, but it's not, but she is going to stand in her power and she is going to stand in her strength. And then the Lover's card upside down is the clarification. Okay. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles again, right side up this time. So the help and aid does come. It just comes in an unusual way. And it comes because the divine feminine goes, look, you are not being helpful. And I do feel kind of pushed out. And what she's going to do is she's going to stand her ground. And that is actually going to bring the aid that she needs. But the Lover's upside down, this is Gemini season. And this is often depicted as Gemini right side up, because this card is not always about, you know, a lot of cards depict the lovers as just lovers. And a lot of times it can mean that, but also this is Gemini, which means choices. So it's upside down, okay? Meaning that this does not mean you're not getting back together or won't have a beautiful union. What this does mean is that, believe it or not, there's no more karmics coming in that need to test the resolve and the bond of your relationship. And again, the aid comes that she's looking for. So let me lay down the next card set. I hope everybody's having a beautiful, blessed Wednesday. It's going to be summer soon. I can't believe it. The year has just already gone so fast. I'm shocked with how fast it's gone. Okay, so with the break, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, just backing up what I said already, the breakdown completely of the relationship. This was a complete breakdown. All the cards are upside down when you lay them. You turn them right side up. Okay. Look at that there. And look at this beautiful cup. So what was broken in the past is coming back together. And it's already started. It's just going slow this time, slower than usual. I think that there needs to be a new kind of bond formed between the two. I've always been told if you're best friends first and then you become lovers, that is the kind of relationship that can't be shaken or broken, because, you know, you just have this super loving relationship. And that is what's going on between the soulmates and the twin flames, mostly twin flames. This is marriage too. The Two of Cups is marriage. So the marriage that looked like it was completely broken is coming back, and actually you may be getting married sooner than you thought you were in the first place. Sometime right after the summer solstice. In July, something like that. Okay, so the world is bringing everything back together, and everything that was ripped apart is going to be placed back in a beautiful place. And yes, you guys are going to become best friends, and you're going to have this positive, powerful relationship, but it's not going to just be, it's not going to go slow, because I think it's going to start slow and then quickly accelerate. All right. And it felt like as it was coming back together, I'm sorry, I'm just so, I've got this cold, so I keep making sniffly noises. As it's coming back together, you know, it felt like the strength on both sides, because talking to each other, it felt like strength on both sides had faltered. But with the World card here, you know, it's actually exactly how it was supposed to be. Okay. And I'm getting a lot of lion syncs lately, and the lion kind of really draws my attention. Is the strength card's upside down. And what I'm hearing to say is that it's not that strength ran out. Okay. It's not that strength was destroyed. It's that pride was in the way. There were ones being too prideful. And this is focusing on the divine masculine right here in this, the divine feminine up here. So this is that perhaps the divine masculine was being too prideful in his approach. And that is why he felt his strength was weakening. But the World card, renewal of everything, a renewal of the cycles and the circles, and in a positive way. This is not negative cycles. But I see that, like, the energy is, you guys work slow, but then all of a sudden it just goes lightning fast, because you know you're meant to be together. You know you're meant to be part of each other. So the Four of Pentacles upside down, the greediness of the way that the relationship was approached before is over. There's just this open kindness with each other. What I'm seeing is the tower moment that happened will not happen again. That's what I'm seeing. There will be minor stuff, because there always is in any relationship. There's fights, there's arguments, but I feel a deeper commitment being made here than even before, when there was going to be a wedding. As a matter of fact, the commitment is so deep. Oh, another tower moment. But the tower moment is not going to be exactly what you think. It's not the end, okay? It is a tower moment. And that brings the communication from the divine feminine. Okay. So the Chariot is upside down. And like I said, the divine masculine was feeling like he was being too prideful in certain ways, and he was trying to protect himself in other ways. So this was a matter of trying to protect himself. But by you guys no longer being greedy, him not being greedy, you not being greedy, and this moving really fast, this connection, it brings a brand new start physically for you both. And this start is based really in wanting to have, it's going to be by this weekend, you guys will probably be talking about getting married again. And that's the honest truth, at least hinting about it again. Anyway, this is a new physical start for both of you. So this is a 3D connection. And then here's the Knight of Wands with victory. There's fights. There's the divine masculine standing in his power and strength. And we have got the Nine of Swords over the divine masculine, but it is upside down. Meaning, here's what I hear. That even though it's going to look bad and there's going to be a painful moment, painful moments, and the tower is going to fall, again, like it always does, there will not be a break this time. It will not be a breakup this time. And I know that because we've got the cards coming together, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups coming together. speaking exactly that. Now, there's a lot of up and down and all over energy because, you know, when you're getting back together and you're trying to figure things out and you're trying to talk about yourselves and your future and all that, it can get confusing. It can be painful. There's going to be moments you doubt. Of course, there's going to be moments you doubt where you cry your eyes out, but don't get yourself out of faith, okay? And don't let other people step in and stand in and put their recipe of creation or their manifestations onto you. Push those back onto them because they don't belong in the twin flame relationship. All right. That is their manifestation, and allow them to manifest their own, right? Their own twin flame, their own love. Because I feel like there's a lot of karmics or a lot of people that do not have the soul connection trying to meddle in your relationship because they think they hold like the twin flame, this or that or whatever. And the thing is, you need to just not allow the recipe of creation. The divine feminine is going to have to be more in charge of this. Allow the recipe, their recipe of creation into your environment. Because, right, there is a lot of good fulfillment here. It's just that things are going to have to shift. There's going to be a big shift by this weekend, and that's when the marriage is going to be talked about again. So see, marriage is being talked about, union is being talked about, but then we have the Hermit card. So this is probably people in long distance relationships, mostly having to figure out how to do things, you know, on their own a bit. Also, it will feel like things aren't moving as fast as they actually are. They're moving at lightning speed. And the Ten of Pentacles really, really highlights that, because this is the Nine of Pentacles that was upside down that fell before. And this is the Ten of Pentacles being brought in now. So this is a higher, deeper commitment. And we've got, for the near future, the physical re-beginning. And then we have got for the clarification, we have got the Ace of Cups. So we have got both cards talking about brand new beginnings, but these are powerful beginnings. This is emotional. This is physical. This is of the soul and of the body. The person that you're so afraid is going to steal your divine counterpart is not going to do it. Okay. In the clarification, like I said, we had the Three of Pentacles upside down, having the divine feminine speak her truth after a tower moment. But it's going to bring the divine masculine and feminine closer together. But I do feel like there's a lot of us that are in long distance relationships are unable to be as connected to the divine counterpart as they'd like to be. And then the Three of Pentacles means that the support that they need is coming. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, again, bringing both of those energies together in a bright, positive way. The Fool card, starting new beginnings. And I don't believe this is with someone new. This is with someone from the past, like your twin flame. There was a lot of breakdowns of breakups that are going to be resolved very quickly. Bringing the Ace of Cups, talking about that bright, blessed beginning between you guys. It's really going to be a lot different this time, a lot more stable and steady. A lot more open to talking about any issue that comes up, come what may here. Okay, let me lay down the angel oracles. I'll read these. Criticizing each other, this is in the past, only leads to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Give thanks for the blessings of love. This is now, soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to have and all that your heart truly desires. And this is very true of you guys coming back together. Even though there is a tower moment, it's not the breakup of the relationship, even if it seems like it. As the tower falls, things actually fall together. So passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Remember I said you're going to go from this kind of friend energy to being back together pretty quickly, because you guys really, really, really like each other in all kinds of ways. Okay. And then her standing up, the union, being distant, having the physical commitment. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, and you will be surprised where it leads. So it will actually be a really beautiful reunion. And then for the clarification, here is how you both are with each other, twin flames, higher soulmate connections. People that have been in romantic unions and have broke up recently are getting right back together. Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So even if they're acting cool as a cucumber, that is not what's going on the inside. They are boiling with love for you, okay? Don't let that cool exterior fool you. Let your past go, entrepreneur. There's nothing to worry about. These are good. I want to lay down. I want to peek and see if I should notice the signs. Child, creative project. They don't feel like they really resonate, so I'm not going to. All right, let your past go. This is really true. Remember I said you guys were coming back together. Let what happened in the past go finally. Both of you, okay? The burden of carrying your past around has made you weary, dear one. It is time to set the burden down, keep only the lessons and the love, and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it is now gone. Remember that. It is gone. Entrepreneur. This really works for me. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intentions and divine guidance. Where your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So people are needing to kind of strike out on their own. Twin flames, especially, need to be working in unison with together as much as possible, doing work together, healing together because they are a team. And the problem is I see with a lot of twin flame people, couples, is that they're not seeing themselves as a team. They're seeing themselves as two separate halves because, you know, we come here to heal the ego separatism. And the thing is, a lot of twin flames are not seeing themselves as that same being. They still are living in the ego separatism. Okay, so there's nothing to worry about. So no matter what goes on this week, I told you there'd be marriage talked about again pretty soon, quickly. And I know it seems like it's not going to happen, especially at this point, but hold on to your bootstraps because there's fixing to be a lot going on. It's going to go from, oh, we're just being friends and we're getting along to, oh my God, I love you so much. Let's jump into bed together again. And you know what? We're still getting married, right? So I see a lot of weddings that were called off coming back. That happens. So even in normal couple relationships. And you know how explosive the twin flame and higher soulmate relationship can be. Even love relationships between a couple of fiery people can be like that. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and the situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. So this was all meant to happen. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly and through you. Okay? So Michael's got a hold of it, guys. You ain't going nowhere. You're not being let down. Thank you for watching this week's Twin Flame Soulmate Love Reading. I hope you have a bright, blessed day. Bye.